you are. Who's this weirdo, and why is he setting up a fucking huge alien computer in our living room?
Okay. First of all, that alien computer is a very expensive and surprisingly operational Bounty 5000.
First game on the list is High on Life, and let's be honest, this game feels like what would happen if Rick and Morty hijacked a shooter, and guess what? They kinda did. Made by Justin Roiland's team, it throws you into a bizarre neon-soaked world where your guns talk a lot.
Hey, kid, excuse me, can we get we need to make our way into the slums, please?
No.
Hold on. So you really want to get into the slums, huh? Then settle a bet for us.
Come on, don't make him answer this,
No,
man.
I want to know.
It's fine, we'll help.
Okay, great. If you saw us at the bar, which of us would you ask out?
The blue guy.
Exactly. That's what I figured you'd say.
And they have opinions. The story? Aliens have invaded Earth. Not to conquer it, but to turn humans into drugs. Yeah, you heard that right. So, naturally, you pick up a snarky talking pistol and go full bounty hunter mode. The humor? Hilarious. The combat? Chaotic and satisfying. And the world? Weird in the best way possible. While some AAA shooters feel like they take themselves too seriously, High on Life reminds us that games should be fun, not just cinematic spectacles. If you love wild humor, colorful worlds, and gameplay that doesn't take itself too seriously, this one's an absolute trip.
I can open those fuckers up real good, and there's loot inside for you too. Win-win, yes.
If you've ever wished Assassin's Creed and Dragon Age had a weird colonial-era baby, GreedFall is exactly that. It's an RPG that doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, but instead makes the wheel actually fun again. You play as Desarde, an explorer trying to navigate political drama, creepy monsters, and morally gray decisions on a mysterious island. What makes this game stand out? Choice actually matters. You can talk your way out of fights, betray allies, or straight up go berserker mode if diplomacy isn't your thing. The world is rich, the story is engaging, and the combat feels like a mix of The Witcher and classic BioWare magic. Meanwhile, AAA RPGs love to drown you in endless fetch quests, but GreedFall keeps things focused and rewarding. It might not have the biggest budget, but it makes up for it with heart, depth, and some seriously cool hat fashion. Next game on our list is Nine Sols, and wow, does this game pack a punch, both visually and narratively. Set in a beautifully crafted world inspired by East Asian mythology, this 2D action platformer throws you into the shoes of a warrior seeking vengeance against gods who betrayed humanity. The game's combat is smooth, strategic, and feels like it was plucked straight out of a classic anime. But it's not just about slicing and dicing. Nine Sols weaves an emotional story that'll keep you hooked. The art style is so jaw-droppingly gorgeous that you'll find yourself pausing just to admire the environments. The game might not have the grand scale of a AAA title, but it captures something special. Soul, pun intended. If you're into tough-as-nails combat with a narrative that punches you right in the feels, this one is definitely worth a shot. Next is Kingdom Come Deliverance, a game that throws you into the brutal and unforgiving world of medieval Bohemia. Forget magic, dragons, and other fantasy tropes. This game is all about realism. You're Henry, a humble blacksmith's son, and your quest is to get revenge after your village is destroyed. But don't expect any easy rides. Everything is tough in this world. The combat system in Kingdom Come is one of the most realistic you'll find. No button mashing here. It's all about timing, strategy, and getting the right angle on your opponent. Plus, don't be surprised if you get lost trying to navigate the world, because there's no quest markers to hold your hand. But that's part of the fun, right? Getting hopelessly lost, only to find a beautiful, detailed world full of characters who act like actual people instead of NPCs reading off a script. For those looking for a truly immersive experience, Kingdom Come delivers. Next game is Ghostrunner, and if you love the idea of parkouring through a cyberpunk dystopia while slicing through enemies at lightning speed, then get ready to feel the rush. This game puts you in the shoes of a cybernetic ninja on a mission to take down an oppressive regime in a neon-lit, futuristic city. And trust me, it doesn't waste time. You're jumping, slashing, and dashing like a parkour god, with no time to catch your breath. The thing that makes Ghostrunner stand out is its pure adrenaline. The combat is fast, fluid, and satisfying, where one mistake means death, and you're back in the action immediately. Think of it as a mix of Mirror's Edge and Katana Zero, with a dash of futuristic Blade Runner vibes. But here's the kicker. The game isn't just about hacking and slashing. It's about perfecting your timing, almost like an intricate rhythm game with a cyberpunk soundtrack. It's definitely not the easiest ride, but that's what makes it so rewarding. Next game is A Plague Tale Requiem, and this game is a heart-wrenching journey that proves you don't need dragons or wizards to create a compelling story. Set in a dark and unforgiving medieval world, you follow Amisha and her brother Hugo as they try to survive a plague that's not just killing people, but turning them into ravenous rat food. Yeah, it's as grim as it sounds, and it's amazing. The game's visuals are absolutely stunning, with environments that will make you stop mid-action just to appreciate the view. But what really sets Requiem apart is its emotional depth. You're not just surviving, you're bonding with characters and feeling the weight of their decisions. It's a journey that's as much about survival as it is about love, sacrifice, and brotherhood. The stealth-based gameplay is tense and satisfying, where each choice matters. Whether you're hiding from hordes of rats or avoiding soldiers, every second feels like it could be your last. If you're looking for a gripping, emotional adventure with gameplay that keeps you on the edge of your seat, this is the one. Next is Remnant 2, and let's just say if you're into guns, monsters, and co-op chaos, this one's for you. Imagine a mix of Dark Souls and Destiny, but with a hell of a lot more fun. In Remnant 2, you team up with friends to dive into a world overrun by nightmarish creatures. It's all about surviving brutal boss fights, exploring mysterious environments, and shooting your way through some seriously creepy scenarios. What makes this game stand out is the way it blends challenging combat with strategic team dynamics. You'll need to work together and adapt to each new world's unique challenges. The difficulty level is on point. It's punishing, but fair, and it rewards you with some of the most satisfying loot drops and weapon upgrades. Remnant 2 does a great job of mixing action and exploration without bogging you down with endless fetch quests. It's all about the thrill of the fight, and you're going to love every second of it. If you love cooperative shooters with a high difficulty curve, this one's a must. Next game is Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. And if you're looking for a game that messes with your mind in the best way possible, this is it. You play as Senua, a warrior on a mission to save the soul of her dead lover. But it's not going to be easy. Her mind is unraveling, and the journey is as much about fighting her inner demons as it is battling the actual ones. What makes this game so intense is the psychological depth. The developers went to great lengths to make Senua's mental illness feel authentic, even going so far as to consult with neuroscientists. As a result, you experience her torment firsthand, voices in her head, hallucinations, and a constant sense of dread that'll have you questioning what's real. The atmosphere is haunting, and you're always on edge, and the combat? Gripping. It's not just about swinging a sword, it's about using Senua's emotions to fuel her fight. Hellblade is a journey through madness, but it's one of the most powerful and unforgettable experiences you'll have.
Close. Anticipate. Find a good position. Don't let them surround you.
Next game is Control. And if you've ever wanted to wield telekinesis in a trippy, otherworldly office building, this is your dream come true. You play as Jessie Faden, a woman on a quest to find her missing brother while navigating the weirdest government agency you've ever seen, known as the Federal Bureau of Control. This place is infested with supernatural forces, and you're the only one who can clean it up. The gameplay is a blast. You can throw objects with your mind, lift enemies into the air, and generally cause absolute chaos. It's a fast-paced, physics-driven action extravaganza that feels like you're living inside a wild dream. The environment is weirdly captivating, with an eerie, minimalist style that feels like it's straight out of an X-Files episode but on steroid. But what really sets Control apart is the story. It's mysterious and filled with mind-bending twists. One minute you're fighting floating enemies with telekinesis, and the next you're trying to decipher cryptic messages from an alternate dimension. If you love atmospheric, mind-bending action with a sprinkle of weirdness, this is a must-play. Last game on our list is Lies of P, and if you're into grim fairy tales with a dark, Souls-like twist, then buckle up because this game is a wild ride. You play as P, a puppet who's trying to find his creator, Geppetto, in a city that's overrun by twisted, monstrous automatons. Think Pinocchio, but instead of a cheerful tale, you're trudging through a steampunk nightmare full of brutal combat and eerie atmosphere. What sets Lies of P apart is its combat. It's challenging and precise, much like the Dark Souls series, but with the added bonus of cool weapon customization. The story is rich with intrigue, and every decision you make has a consequence. You'll find yourself constantly questioning what's real, much like the protagonist himself. But here's the kicker: the lies. The game revolves around telling lies to achieve goals, which affects the story and your character's development. It's a dark, twisted take on a fairy tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat.
Only special beings can enter this place. Who are you? Puppets don't lie. Grad Hotel welcomes you.
If you love deep, challenging gameplay with a strong narrative and some serious puppet angst, then Lies of P is your next obsession.
You've come back, kind one. Did you find my baby? Oh, my baby. Yes, it is her, my lovely Elena.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content on the latest and greatest games. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got a game you'd love to see in a future video? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Stay tuned and see you next time.